What's up, everybody? My name is Parasite. Welcome back to the Tactic Tester with Newcastle on FM22. Today we have Derby County in the Carabao Cup 4th round and Brentford in the Premier League. A little bit easier competition, but I said last episode, I want to try this tactic against different varying levels of competition. So we've tried it against good teams. City, United, worked pretty well. If you didn't see those games, it worked pretty well. Definitely go back and watch them. But now we're going to see against, bottom of the Premier League championship level competition. See how it works when they stick 10 men behind the ball and look to defend. Will this tactic still work? We should dominate possession, even more than we have against some of these better teams. So we could be having like mid 60% possession. But can we turn that into actual goals? That is the test. So yeah, we've got that coming up. And we've played 3 games since I last saw you. We've been the better team in each and every game. Like pretty considerably in a couple of them. The better team. We've won one of them. Lost the other 2. Fun, super fun. So, right after the Man United game, I think it was? Right after Man United, we played Everton. Lost 2-1. They scored first. We scored 22nd minute, pretty quick equalizer, but then they get a penalty at the end of the first half, and we had as many chances as we could possibly create. One thing you'll notice, all these games will have very similar shots and shots on target and possession. All 3 will be very similar. 2 of them we scored 1 goal each. One of them we scored 5. So this team is just randomly clinical, randomly not. Because we were just terribly unclinical against Everton. Same against Tottenham. 2-1, another result, but it's not even that good. We scored a 96-minute penalty. So, but look, 18 shots, 7 on target to 10 and 3. 3 XG to 0.7. Another 60% possession game. We're the much better team. Yet we're not putting away our chances. Just every game, like our attacking midfielders, other than Kim Dimmerby this game, have been just terrible. Like every single one I've tried really has been terrible. Lo Celso's been just the worst player on this team. Maximin's been awful. Like Edwards came in because Nabil Fekir needed a rest, but Edwards was terrible, so Fekir came in the second half. But I don't know what's going on. Then we played West Ham and beat them 5-1. What is this team? Like we played, look at it. We didn't play any differently. They weren't quite as good, but 16 shots, 7 on target, 2 XG, 5 goals. Our attacking midfielders playing well. I don't understand. 63% possession. Very similar stat lines, but not very similar returns. So that's been frustrating. And now we got to try see if we can beat bad teams. Like West Ham aren't a bad team in any way. Tottenham and Everton aren't an amazing team in any way. Definitely not to the levels of United or City, which we seem to comfortably beat. So I have no explanations for what this team is. I don't know yet. Is the tactic just inconsistent? Is the team that's inconsistent? I don't know. Might find that out today. So the squad I'm going with for this Derby County match, it's a Carabao Cup. I don't really care about the Carabao Cup. So I'm playing a fully rotated squad. I want my backups to get some match sharpness. None of them are fully match sharp, so all my starters are. So there's no reason to give them any game time. I want to give the game time to the players that need sharpness. So it's going to be an entire backup squad. Darlow, Sharp, Pulgar, Sarr, Grimaldo, Trippier, Edwards, Frazier, Willock, Lo Celso's now a backup because Demirbay's been great, and Callum Wilson. So bench a couple of reserve players on there: Manquillo, Lewis, Dummett, Longstaff, Murphy. But in other positions, we got some starters that we can bring off the bench. It could make a difference. Demirby, Gabriel Barbosa, Nabil Fekir, Mikel Merino. We've got options. So I don't know. I don't know what to expect from this team. I don't know what to expect against a really, really bad team. Like, we played Brighton, who are okay. West Ham, who are not as good as they should be in this game. And we got decent results. All right, team. This is a match we should be winning. Let's go out there and make sure we do. We're still early in the season, but I know for a lot of you, this is your first start. Go out there and impress me. I have faith in you. Go out there and make a difference. Are you confident ahead of the upcoming tie? We've been sharp in training. I think the lads are in a confident mood. Are you worried about motivating your players to face Derby County? Is there a stage of complacency? I don't think it'll be a problem. My players I don't think it will be a problem. My players work hard, train professionally, and treat every match the same. Let Gabriel Paulista out today by being in good form. What's the thinking behind that? Just taking a little bit of a rest. We want to keep him as fresh as we can. We are 20 minutes in, and there have been 0 highlights, and Derby County are the only team with a shot. They have 5 shots. We have 0. It's 25 minutes in. We finally have our first highlight and our first shot. It's a header by Sarr over the bar. That rhymed. I didn't mean it to, but it did. I'll take credit for it. But this is not good enough. This is terrible. We're not doing anything. We're dominating possession, but we're doing absolutely nothing with the ball. Demand more. It's going to go into halftime 0-0. Unless we can get a goal here at the very end. We have a chance with the ball. Sarr into Willock. Frazier. I do love the positioning on this tactic. I think the positioning of the players, we stop it here. Three of our attacking midfielders, 2 are deep, ready to get the ball. I can't tell who this is. I'm guessing that's our other attacking midfielder. Grimaldo is actually further ahead than our attacking midfielders. That's interesting. I'm surprised that's a thing. But I definitely like our attacking midfielders coming deep to pick up the ball, but maybe you should let our inverted wingbacks take up those positions. I don't know. In terms of positioning, though, it looks all right. Like, there's gaps where players should be, and they're passing options in the right places. And, Callum Wilson is through on goal, and he's going to score. Let's go. 4th goal of the season. I think this tactic is working kind of how I had it imagined. It's not exactly the same. That those fullbacks being further ahead than the attacking midfielders, not really what I planned, but it all kind of works. Grimaldo basically on the back line. Interesting. If you put inverted wingbacks on attack, they really freaking attack. We might have one more chance before the end of the half. We've got our first goal with our second shot of the game, so we're getting a little bit lucky there, but got another chance here. Sarr putting it through to Grimaldo. He's going to get down that channel. Put a ball in for Callum Wilson, but it gets cleared out. Good defensive duty by the Derby County defense there. We're going to have another chance, though. We've got a couple seconds, 30, 40 seconds to go. We're going to try to fashion out a chance. Starting from our center backs, Marcus Edwards, Lo Celso. Look how far up the inverted wingbacks get. Good gosh. If I was doing this tactically and I didn't want to have our entire defense on attack, I would think about putting our inverted wingbacks on support. Because I think they're getting almost a little bit too far forward. But, I'll take it. That's going to have going to halftime 3 shots to 7. 0.2 XG to 0.68. Have all the possession, but we're not doing anything with it. But we did get the goal, so I don't think I'm happy though. We might have the lead, but the majority of what I just saw that first half is not good enough. We simply have to do better in front of goal. We need to start hitting the target more often. Marcus, you haven't been good enough so far. Get it together. I believe in you. An immediate highlight, and it's going to be with Derby County. Hopefully we can go on a counterattack or something, but I don't like it starting with them. They're pushing their center backs very far up. So it might be the smaller team, but they're not taking it easy on us. Maybe we can get in behind, though. Callum Wilson, if he could win that header, he had a chance, but doesn't really have much support up there. Even though we do have 3 attacking midfielders. 4 attacking midfielders, technically. 2 attacking mids and 2 wide attacking mids. Didn't really have a whole lot of support in that instance, though, but hopefully we can... I guess this isn't about counterattacking, so it doesn't make much sense to throw a whole lot of bodies forward because we're trying to build up slowly. So it's kind of against kind of the general ethos of this tactic. So I still like to counterattack, though. I'm generally a guy that really likes to counterattack. So this build-up play is kind of different for me, but I'm kind of enjoying it. And it looks like we might actually be the one in the highlight. Been a little bit back in front, but back to front, that is. But, the passing's not been good enough. I don't know what is this highlight? What is going on? It's like a whole lot of nothing. Callum Wilson. Who's that? Marcus Edwards does eventually make the run. I thought he was going to make it a little bit earlier. I thought Callum Wilson was going to be able to find him for a through ball, but he just stopped making the run. But he did eventually make it. Trippier finds him this time. Playing in that inverted wingback role. Getting so far forward. Which one is he? That's not him. There he is. I like how this tactic looks. I like the shapes we get. I like getting the players in the positions they're in. Like the striker kind of drops deep sometimes, and the wingbacks overlap him, and the attacking midfielders overlap him, and the wide center backs overlap on the outside, and it's just hectic. This tactic is very hectic. I think the one thing that's really good about it is it's putting players in positions that teams are not expecting them to be. Callum Wilson gets his brace, and it's offside. Great, super good. But yeah, it's like these wingbacks are in places no one would ever expect them to be. The center backs, they're not expecting them to be down the wings overlapping. The attacking midfielders are coming deep, and I think it's kind of discombobulating the entire defense. Like, they don't know who to mark. They don't know when to mark them. They don't know who should mark them even. So I'm liking it. I'm liking this tactic so far. I wasn't sure what to expect because it's so different from anything I've ever used. I have used inverted wingbacks before, but I've never seen them be used quite like this. It's a cool thing to see. So hopefully they don't score from here, because that will kind of dim my good mood. But looks like we're going to defend it. I mean, we're 80 minutes in, but Derby County has been the better team here. Like, we are very lucky to be 3-0 ahead now. Because Derby County, like, if you look at the match stats, same shots on target. They've had 3 more shots. They have the higher XG. We've dominated them in terms of possession, but they have 5 half chances. We have 4. I don't know. We're just actually being clinical this match. They're not. And if they're not clinical against a team as good as ours, they are going to get absolutely dominated. That's kind of what's happening. Fraser's going to come out. Murphy's going to come in. No one else is match sharp. Well, Fraser's not match sharp, but he's pretty exhausted, so I want to bring him out. Who else comes out? Celso because of the yellow card, maybe? Yeah, let's take off Lo Celso. Let's bring in Longstaff and switch him and Willock around. Willock can be the advanced playmaker. Longstaff can be the attacking midfielder. Save our last sub. They're going to have a kickoff highlight. Hopefully it's not a kickoff goal, because I want to keep a clean sheet if we can. Lawrence on the ball now. Back to Williams. Into Sibley. Ravel. Is that Ravel Morrison? Is that seriously Ravel Morrison? He's still playing at a competent level. Color me surprised. Trippier gets the interception. Eventually finds Willock. Into Callum Wilson. Can kind of dart between the two center backs. And he does. He's looking for his hat trick. He goes for the chip. What a finish! What a finish by Callum Wilson for this hat trick. No, that's the second. The other one is ruled off. That's right. For his brace. He actually gets his brace this time. Yeah, just in between the center backs. They don't close them down quick enough. He's able to separate between them and perfectly placed. What a chip that is by Callum Wilson. That is the best goal this team has scored so far. And it's against Derby County. Got to feel bad for Derby. They've been the better team, yet they're down 4-0. I know how it feels, bro. Dummett's going to come in for Sarr. Last change. He's not going to see much football or any, so might as well get him in for this match. I couldn't sell him, so he's just going to have to sit around and rot in the under-19s or whatever. We're going to end this game with a 4-0 win in a game we maybe deserved to draw. They had the higher XG. We dominated all the possession, as we should with this tactic. But we were clinical. 4 shots on target, scored 6 of them. They had 5 shots on target, scored none. Darlow was good. Their attack was not good. Wilson was great. Edwards was pretty good. Sarr was amazing somehow. Callum Wilson gets man of the match. Nice work, everyone. That was good. They had a few more chances than I would have liked, but ultimately, we held them scoreless. We were clinical in front of goal. I can't be mad about that. Good job out there, boys. What sort of impact do you think getting a goal just before halftime had? It's a great time to score, because it forces the opposition to completely alter their plans for the second half at very short notice. How good was that goal by Callum Wilson? I mean, I can't think of a better goal I've seen recently. You talk about Callum Wilson's goal for the... We just talked about his moment. It was a great strike from a player who really deserved it. We are on game day with our match against Brentford. Most of the first team has come back into the lineup, but a few players that played really well in the last match have retained their spot. Callum Wilson up top keeps his spot. Trippier at right wing back keeps his spot. Sarr left wide center back keeps his spot. Other than that, all the starters come back in. I think everyone else played decently well, but I think this is our best lineup right now based on current form. So that's what I'm going to go with. So let's get in the match. Let's do this team talk. All right, boys. Stick to the plan. Be patient. And we're going to be fine out there today. Callum, I'm expecting you to show up and perform today. We need it. Everyone else, I have faith in you. Go out there and make a difference today. What do you attribute your recent good away run to? It's all down to hard work. There's no substitute for that. How hard have you found the recent fixture list? I don't pay much attention to the way the fixture list shakes out. We play the same teams eventually. Considering Brentford suffered a surprising defeat to Sunderland in their last match, how are you preparing for them? I think they'll come out fighting. We have to be ready for that. Wow, so they lost against not Newcastle. We are Newcastle. They lost against Sunderland. Not a great result. I'm pretty sure Sunderland are League One at this point, so that shows. They probably put out a backup squad, but still, I feel like we should be able to get something pretty good today. We should have a good, comfortable win, but it just depends on which team shows up. the team that scored 5 against West Ham, or the one that scored 2 combined against Everton and Tottenham? I don't know. I mean, obviously, that's going to be a goal. What a save! Oh, he's offside. Still, what a save! What was I saying? Obviously, Everton and Tottenham are a little bit better than Brentford and West Ham, but actually, I don't know if they're better than West Ham in real life. But yeah, in this game, they're definitely better than Brentford and West Ham. But like I showed before, we hadn't put in much different performances. It was just, we were clinical. We were clinical last match. Hopefully, we can be clinical again this one. Looks like we're going to continue to dominate possession. I'm actually interested to look at the data hub and see exactly where we're at in terms of possession for the league. I feel like we have the most possession in the league. We're averaging like nearly 60% possession. 19th minute highlights. Going to be a ball in from Brentford. It's just like last match. They've been the better team so far. We have had an extra shot, but all the highlights have been Brentford's. Our possession actually hasn't been as good recently. We were at 60% earlier. Now it's only at 54%. So we've really kind of fallen into a little bit of a rut. And Renan Lodi's injured. I mean, there could be worse injuries, but Grimaldo's been terrible. So could there really? He's going to come in, though. We need to see him playing well today. He's averaging like a 6.3 in his last 5 matches. Not ideal, but I mean, he was all right last match. Hopefully he can put 2 together to have a good little run for us. Callum Wilson's in a pretty good spot here between the lines. Play it all the way back to Grimaldo, though. Dimmerby, again, look at the positioning here. Inverted wingback, attacking midfielder. Where's attacking midfielder out here? That's kind of surprising. Oh, wide attacking midfielder. Where's... Okay, I like Trippier coming into this little gap there. Like, I love him in that half space. Center backs wide, finding good passing options. Other inverted wing backs getting forward to fill this half space. Cincy's going to be cutting across. Dimmerby's going to be cutting across. And then the striker up kind of by himself a little bit, but not completely isolated. Here's going to pick it up and run with it. Looks for Callum Wilson 3. He makes the run in behind the defense. It goes for a ridiculous chip, but not this time. Goes for another ridiculous chip. This probably would have been better just because of the loft on it, but he put a little bit too much loft on it. 8 shots, 6 on target for Brentford. We're doing well to not have conceded, but still, that's not good enough from our defense. I'm going to let them know about it. Subpar. I don't like what I just saw from this. Defense, they've been able to get away with far too many shots. I need you to step up and show everyone why we're expected to win this match. There's going to be a kickoff highlight. Hopefully it's for us. We're going to start with it, but that doesn't necessarily mean anything. I'm looking for subs, potentially we do. I mean, Asensio hasn't played well. Neither is St. Maximin. It's another game where he plays poorly. I've used him before and he's been pretty good for us. As Callum Wilson nearly scores the goal. Goes around the keeper. I thought they were going to give it a goal kick for a second, but we are going to get a corner out of it. He goes around the keeper. The keeper makes a good stop. Keep him out. Paulista at the near post. Supposedly they've nerfed near post headers, so that's unfortunate because I primarily aim for the near post. But because it worked so good in FM21, I don't know why they never fixed it for FM21 if they're going to immediately fix it for FM22 when they had the same problem in 21. I don't know, but kind of unfortunate because we've getting quite a few goals from it. We don't the most crazy good set piece team because we don't really have any monsters in the air. Paulista's like 6'2", 6'3". Marino's like 6'2". Sar's pretty tiny, but other than that, Wilson and none of our strikers are big. So Gabriel Barbosa's pretty short too. So yeah, 75 minutes though. As I'm talking along, we are just not doing anything. We've finally got us to more shots off the second half. 7 in the second half to 1 for them. So we've been much better the second half, but we're still not putting enough of them on target. St. Maximin's on a 6.2. I wish there was someone better I could put in for him than Ryan Fraser, but that might be a target in... I don't even have any money. I was going to say that may be a target in January, but I don't have any money to buy somebody. I'd have to sell. I mean, I do have a lot of players that I could sell, but if we do raise money, that might be a position I look to improve. I don't think Fraser is the best backup we have on this team. So, he's going to come in, though. He's going to get a chance. Other than that, I mean, we've already had to make 1 sub, so we only have 1 sub left. I think I'm going to hold on to it for a little bit. See if we can create something. See if we can do a little bit better. I'm going attacking. So after this highlight's over, I'm going attacking, unless we score. In which case, I won't go attacking. If they score, I'll go very attacking. We'll see. Embuemos, don't take him down, Paulista. What the heck are you doing? The ball was going to go out anyways. He wasn't going to do anything with it. There was no need for him to do that. He might even get sent off for it. I don't know if he's going to give him the second yellow. It's going to be a penalty. It's an obvious penalty. I don't think it's going to give him the second yellow at least, but they're going to get the lead. They're going to beat us. Again, in another game where we're the better team, we are going to lose. Dubravka with a huge save, but oh, what a choke. He should have put that in the back of the net. He hits the side netting. Wow. We are very lucky to not be losing right now. Extremely lucky. Stupidly lucky. We need to score a goal. We need to win this match. 1 point is not enough from Brentford. No offense, but they're recently promoted. We should be doing better than this. Trippier finds Frazier. Score it! How do you miss that? Frazier. Does St. Maximin score that? Probably not. With this form, probably not. But you got to score that. You have to put that in the back of the net. That's the best chance you're going to get all game long. And he misses. Fakir. Who's that? Frazier. Dimmer. Oh, that's not good. All right, we've got to make a sub. Last sub. Trippier is exhausted. I don't know if he has an injury or what, but he's in very poor condition. So, Karsdorp's going to come in. I don't know if it's going to be a difference maker, but no one's playing exceptionally poorly. And no one on the bench, I think, can make a huge difference. Like, maybe Mings in terms of set pieces, but Lo Celso hasn't been good. Marcus Edwards has been up and down, but Fakir should be one of our best players. So, Gabriel Barbosa maybe for Wilson, but Wilson's played all right. I'm going to go with Karsdorp. I want some fit players playing down that inverted wingback position. So, we are going to go attacking, though. We are going to change things up a little bit. Raise the tempo to standard. I still want to do all this, really. Don't want to change completely the way we play. I'm going to start countering a little bit. I'm going to push the line of engagement up. Just see if we can get a turnover in their half and go on a quick counterattack. See if we can score a goal, because we don't have much time to build up from the back. 53% possession isn't good enough. I mean, 4 shots on target from 17 shots. Also not good enough. Come on. We need to win the ball here and go on a counterattack. That's not exactly what I mentioned, but that's them scoring. And that's, I think, a legitimate goal. I think they just took the lead. In the 89th minute. Please be offside. Oh, thank Christ. I did not expect that to be offside. He looked on. It was close, but he looked on. Oh, it's very close. He is barely offside. All right. I'm going to demand more from them. I was going to berate them, but I don't know if I should be berating them right now. It's away from home. I know we should be beating this team, but they've had the better XG. They've been the better team. 2 clear-cut chances, 2 half chances. We have 4 half chances. We've not been good enough. Only 4 shots on target. Our attack midfield is just so inconsistent. Unless we can do something amazing here in the next 5 minutes, we're going to have another 2 points dropped. I think this is our first draw of the season, isn't it? But more points dropped is not good enough. We're trying for Champions League football, and we're not going to get it if we keep losing or drawing to teams like Brentford. That wasn't good enough. It's as simple as that. We must improve. Marco, I can't fault your effort. It's just one of those days. Do you have any news on Renan Lodi's injury? 10 days to 2 weeks, pulled ankle ligaments. From what I've heard, I think we might have escaped without a serious problem. Should be alright being without him. We don't really have many fullbacks, really, so that's not ideal. But we have Sarr who can play left wing. Well, he can't actually play wing back, but he's going to learn how to play left wing back. So we've got players that can play there. Lodi, 2 weeks. We're paying teams for St. Maximin when he played like that. That is not ideal. Dubravka is our man of the match. 7 saves. Against Brentford, our man of the match is our goalkeeper. That tells you something. I think I know exactly when we're going to come back. I mean, I see Arsenal, Liverpool, Man City, all in here. I mean, we've already played Man City once, so I'll probably skip them. But Arsenal, Liverpool looks like a good place to come back. Arsenal, kind of a... say they're on a similar talent level to this Newcastle team I've built. So be interesting to see how we do against them. It is at home. It's one of our first home games in a while, at least on camera. Then the hardest game of the season, Liverpool away. I don't know if they have dropped 2 points, I believe, but they don't have a loss yet. They're actually in second. They might have actually dropped some more points than I realized. They did. It was recently, yeah. They lost against Arsenal. They drew against Southampton. I knew about this draw against Man City, but they've actually not been in the best form. They drew with Ludogorets. Wow. So not the best form for Liverpool, but they're still Liverpool. So it's going to be very hard. So I'm looking forward to that, though. Test ourselves against a pretty good competition. I'm still not sure how good this tactic is. I've still yet to determine that because we've looked pretty good in almost every game we played. But I don't know if it's a team that's not clinical or if it's something about the tactic that we're just not putting ourselves in the best positions to score goals. I don't know. I'll have to keep looking at it. I want to look at the data hub real quick. See how we're doing in terms of possession. I don't think I actually have done any of the... Yeah, I haven't got any of these up here, but... Possession. Let's look at possession. Pretty reliable in possession. So we're actually the second best the second fewest possession loss per game. I think actually what I want is go to competitions, Premier League. I want to see the team detailed. Average possession, 55%. Not quite as much as I kind of expected. I feel like we've been doing better than that, but I guess we've had a couple games against some pretty good teams where we haven't really got the most possession. But to be third behind Chelsea and City, not anything wrong with that. But Brighton, same possessions as us. That's interesting. All right, well, that's going to be it for this episode, though. If you made it this far, why don't you like the video, subscribe, and click the bell. The links to all my socials and my Twitch are in the description. I really appreciate all your support. Thank you all for joining me, and I'll see you next time.